right, next, we're going to go back to Peter and Margie. And Peter and Margie are nautical trivia experts, and we've been running these quizzes for the last 2 days. And it's one of the fun things on this virtual boat show that we're doing. So, Peter, it's all yours. Take it away.
Yeah, is Kevin there? Because I need for him to put the polls up. We'll be with you in a sec. We're just waiting for the technical people to put the polling onto the screen. Hopefully we'll be back in a second.
Is Kevin there?
Yeah, yes.
Here we go. And hopefully we'll get our polling going here. Not quite sure what's happening. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I'm hoping we're on. Can somebody tell me if we're on the main screen? Okay. Yes, good. Okay, welcome everybody to Nautical Trivia, Atomic Tuna Nautical Trivia. This is our third day. We've had a lot of fun. And basically, years ago, I took an etymology course, which is the origin and meaning of words, and became fascinated by it and started understanding that a lot of the words we use in our common discussions with people, landlubbers, actually come from part of the trivia, the verbiage that was used on the old sailing ships. So today we're going to do a few polls and have some fun. We'll put a poll up on the screen for you, and please do vote so we can see how everybody's opinions differ. There's going to be multiple choice. There'll be 4 questions.
1 question, 4 answers.
Yeah, 1 question, 4 answers. And one of the answers will be true, and the others will be absolute fabrications that Margie and I made up last week. They're absolutely untrue, but we're not going to tell you which ones they are.
And we hope we can fool you.
And we do hope we can fool you. So let's see here now. The first question, and I'm going to launch the poll. You'll see it on your screen somewhere. Here, whoop, did we get it up there? Good. The first question is, where does the expression "mind your P's and Q's" come from?
Okay, now the 4 answers are: sailors needed to learn to spell. Number 2 is pints and quarts. Number 3, P stands for presentation and Q for questions. And finally, is it number 4? Seamen need permission and qualifications to advance in their sailing career. So we'll give you a few seconds to register your answer, then hit submit, and we'll see who's right.
Okay, the votes are coming in, and we'll share the results now.
Give them a few minutes.
Give them a few seconds. Well, also, people on Facebook and YouTube who are watching this, they can't vote, so we can see the votes coming in through Zoom.
All right.
All right, here we go, hopefully. We did get some other votes here. Okay.
It was pretty close.
Pretty close. Well, the real answer is number 2. And basically, in port, sailors would get credit at the taverns for the drinks until they paid. The barman would keep a record of their drinks on a chalkboard behind the bar. A mark was made under P for pint, if they had a pint, or a Q for quart. On payday, a sailor was liable for each mark next to his name, and he was forced to mind his P's and Q's. And today, the term means to be well behaved. I became interested in this because I always told my kids, mind your P's and Q's. And then I figured I have absolutely no idea where that comes from. So, all right, the next question will go on and find our next question. This is an interesting one. We've all heard of slush funds. It seems to be in the news all the time. So what is the origin of a slush fund?
All right. Answer number 1. When waves washed over the deck, Money dropped was slushed through the hatches. Number 2, the purser paid the crew in slush notes. That's hard to say. Slush notes, redeemable for on shore for money. Number 3, sailors spit tobacco juice into their own containers named a slush fund. And finally, cooks sold the grease called slush in port to make money. So mark your answer, hit submit, and we'll tell you who's right.
Just a few more seconds here. The votes are coming in. Okay, here we go. Well, there's going to be some surprises here. No, they're still coming in. All right, here we go. They're all over the place. Okay, the correct answer is number 4. That one about the purser, I kind of sneaked that in and thought I'd lead you down the wrong path. But on a ship, the slush was the leftover fat or grease from boiled meat. Cooks would sell this fat whenever they were in port, making some extra money. They called it their slush fund. Okay. Now, go to the next one. Oh, here we go. Okay. When things go bad, we often say everything's all balled up. Where does this come from?
Okay, number 1, juggling was a common pastime with sailors. Or 2, it indicated the correct firing of a full broadside of cannon. Number 3, 3 black balls indicated being aground. Or is it number 4, cannonballs rolling dangerously around the deck? I hate it when that happens. All right, so what does everything all balls up mean? Register your vote, hit submit, and we'll tell you the answer.
Okay, the votes are still coming in here. We'll give you just a couple of seconds more. Marge says give them a little time because we do have some people. All right. Now, share the results here.
Oh, look at 50-50 here.
Yeah, it was 50-50. Well, the answer is number 3, actually. And if we remember, I remember my 100-ton captain's license test. But when a vessel is at anchor, they display 1 black ball. 2 black balls means you're not under command, and 3 black balls means you're aground. So this gave the rise to the expression, everything is all balls up. All 3 balls were up when things are not good and you are stuck or aground with a very bad situation.
So we fooled them.
So we fooled them. Yeah, we certainly did. Okay, let's see the next one here. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, now this question, this is kind of interesting because when we were going across the Pacific, one of the nets had a trivia test that was based on, unfortunately, a British trivia book. So we Americans were always in last place.
Yeah, the Limeys were all better
The Limeys
than
were
us.
all better than us because they were asking about kings and royalty and stuff. But so anyway, the question is, why are the British sailors referred to as Limeys?
They tended not to tell the truth. They looked green when seasick. Most of the time they preferred to lie down. They drank lime juice. So register your answer, hit submit, and we'll give you a few more seconds and then we'll tell you the correct answer.
Okay, here we go.
All right, you got us on this one.
Yep, we got you.
No, they got us.
They answered, yeah. Originally, it was a term referred to as just any British sailor, but now it's kind of transferred to mean anybody who's British is a limey. And it turns out that in the 17th and 18th century, the practice of issuing lime juice was to help British combat scurvy. And prior to understanding that sailors needed to drink fruit juice, scurvy was the single biggest cause of death on British ships. So it was very important, and that's why they're called limeys now. So good guessing. And don't feel bad if you get it wrong, because these are meant to be a little bit.
We were trying hard
Yeah,
to make the answers difficult.
Yeah. Okay, this one. We've all gone into a city and seen a skyscraper. And the question is, where does the word skyscraper come from?
Okay, who knew this was nautical? All right, when an albatross crossed the sun, was it a skyscraper? Or a triangular sail? Or number 3, using a sextant to draw down the sun? Or number 4, red lines of clouds at night? So which is the skyscraper? Register your vote, hit submit, and we'll tell you the answer.
Okay, the votes are coming in.
Votes are coming in.
Here we go.
Everybody's a little bit on everything.
I think this one is a little bit of a quandary here. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Let's see what the answer is.
Okay, the most people thought it was using the sextant.
Yeah, I thought.
But
Yeah, I remember I took a sextant course, and on a race once, I was a backup navigator, and it was a Bermuda race, and I placed us about 5 miles away from Des Moines, Iowa. So I'm not so good at that, but I remembered the drawing down the sun. But anyway, it originates, number 2 is the answer. And it originates from the term for a small triangular sail that was set above all the other sails on the old square-rigged vessels. It was the very top. And they were so tall, this last sail seems to scrape the sky. So that's why skyscrapers are called. Okay.
it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't-
Yeah, Margie didn't know that one. Okay. Let's launch the polling on this one. Okay. Where does the term Davy Jones locker come from?
Davy Jones. Davy Jones was slang for the devil. Or maybe ship's rum was stored in Davy Jones' locker. Or was it Davy Jones was the locker where gunpowder was stored? Davy Jones was a locksmith. So, what do you think? Where does Davy Jones' locker come from? Register your vote, hit submit, and we'll tell you the answer.
Okay, we're getting some differences of opinion, which is good. Okay, 2 more seconds and here we go.
Okay, we didn't fool them with the locksmith.
Yeah, I thought the locksmith one was a little weak. I was going to change that last night, but decided. Anyway, the answer is number 1. And it's a nautical term dating from the 1700s. Davy Jones was the sailor's slang for devil. To send somebody to Davy Jones's locker meant you were going to kill him. And anybody who was sent to Davy Jones' locker implied that the individual was not going to heaven. So basically, it's another word for the devil. So watch out for that one. Okay. Launch polling. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, this one. When evaluating a company, just in present day, you might say everything's above board if you don't think they're cheating or doing something nefarious. Where does this expression come from?
Okay, number 1, devious captains kept their men low behind the bulwarks. Or number 2, refers to water rushing over the top side of the bulwarks. Number 3, after harpooning a whale, the meat was hauled on board. Or 4, fruit was hung to dry above a large board on deck. So what is everything above board? Register your vote, hit submit, and we'll tell you the answer.
Okay, they're coming in, and there
Give them some time.
seems to be a preponderance for one of the answers. We've got almost everybody coming on board now. Okay, here comes some other opinions. So let's take a look and see what people think. Okay, well, the answer on this one is it's number 1. A trick common to warships and pirates alike, both of which had large crews, was to keep all but a few of their men out of sight. At long distance, somebody inspecting them with a telescope might be fooled into thinking that they're seeing a peaceful merchantman with a small crew and it wouldn't be a threat. The devious captain kept his men low behind the bulwarks or hidden down below, and a captain with nothing to hide kept his crew above board. You might remember in Master and Commander that Russell Crowe disguised his warship as a merchantman. I think it was a whaling ship or something. And he covered his cannons with black cloths, and his men hid down below, and they enticed this other ship to come close. And then his men rose up and from being down below came up and they won the day. So that's that one. Okay, let's see. Now everybody, let's see on this one, if you get this one. This is, when somebody says the rabbit comes out of the hole, goes around the tree and back into the hole, where does this one actually come from?
All right, midshipmen must come out of the hatch and run around the mast, tying a bowline. Number 3, gunpowder monkeys had to carry powder fast out of the gunpowder magazine down below and put a single charge next to each gun and run back down the hole for more. Or 4, it's a rhyme to instruct crew how to tack the boat.
Okay.
I don't think we're fooling anybody here, but let's see.
Coming in. Okay, here we go. Well, I did my best to fool people, but I thought this was kind of a giveaway because I wanted to, most people get it. But basically it's a bowline. It's a way to teach a person to tie a bowline. And so good guessing.
That's how I learned how to tie a bowline.
Yeah, good guessing. It's the old rabbit trick. So, sorry, let me go back up here. And let's see, let's
You didn't
okay.
put that timer on, but I don't
Yep.
know how to
Yeah,
check.
we don't know how we're doing on time, but anyway, you might say that a person is listless. I've been called that by my father when he was alive. Where does this term come from?
Okay. He has not made nor follow a list of things to do. I assume that a sailor has not made or follow a list of things to do. When the ship's purser did not write down what he wanted to buy, he was without a list. Men with smaller muscles tended to work less. Refers to a ship with no wind. So register your vote, hit submit, and we'll tell you the answer. Well, we're getting
Okay, getting some different opinions, which is good. Good. Okay. Well, they were all good answers, but the real answer is number 4. And basically when a ship has no wind to lean over, which is called listing, she is listless. So it comes from the old sailing term of not going anywhere and not accomplishing anything and not having any drive or motivation to keep going.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. Okay, 2 more. Coming through with flying colors means to be successful. Where did this term come from?
Long streaming colored flags meant royalty was on board. Or refers to a ship that has come through a battle unscathed. Ships often had bright colors painted on dinghies, which were hoisted aboard. Men leapt in competition from the yardarms into the sea with color-coded armbands. It says banks, but I think it meant armbands.
It was armbands. That's when they jumped off the yardarms.
Yes. Okay, so register your vote, hit submit, and in a few seconds, we'll tell
I
you
had a
the
lot
answer.
of fun when we did making up these other answers. I tell you. Okay, here we go.
Oh, at 50-50,
50-50. And the correct answer is?
number 2.
Number 2. A ship that has come through a battle relatively unscathed with her flags or colors still waving in the wind has come through with flying colors. Because if you were defeated in battle, generally your masts would fall down and your flags would be not flying any longer. Oh, there we are. I'm sorry. I thought I'd done that. So, okay, we're going to
This
go.
is the last
We're going
one.
to go to the last one here. Now this is, we'll see how we do. Okay. What does Nelson's blood refer to?
Could it be rum? A severe battle wound? A hot temper? Or courage in battle? Nelson's blood.
Okay, I think we've got most of the votes in now. Oh, they're still changing here.
Oh, yeah, well, wait a minute. Now, some
Hey,
people are
so they're
changing their
changing
choice.
opinions. Okay, here we go. Last results. It refers to rum. Now, after Nelson died, they wanted to bring his body back. Mostly sailors were tied up in canvas and consigned to the briny deep with a small ceremony. They usually put some cannonballs in his canvas cover so that he would go down quickly and not become shark's bait. But Nelson was already a hero, and they wanted to bring him back to England and eulogize him and bury him, and he was a famous man.
And this was after the Battle of Trafalgar.
So they put him in a casket. Now, some people say it was a casket of brandy, but more people say it was a casket of rum.
A casket or a cask?
A casket.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. It was a liquor casket. And unfortunately, he had been wounded, so his blood did mix with the liquor. And that's so when you drink Nelson's blood, it came from the fact that the sailors actually punched a bunghole in the casket. And when Nelson got to England, all the liquor had been drunken out of his casket. So he may not have been as well preserved as he was before. But anyway, so Nelson's blood, if you toast with Nelson's blood, you're taking a nice shot of rum. So anyway, that's it for nautical trivia. We do have a winner here. Excuse me,
A prize winner.
prize winner. And I don't know where my screen is, but I hope you can see this. And we're giving away 2 free nights at a marina. And the winner is James, where is it?
It's right here.
Oh, here it
Right
is.
here.
No. James Adam is the winner. So anyway, thank you very much for watching Nautical Trivia. We'll be back tomorrow also. And Margie and I will have our presentation on our circumnavigation tomorrow at 12:30 and favorite tools at the last spot of the day tomorrow afternoon. Some wacky and wild tools. Okay, that's Margie and Peter. We're out.
Bye-bye. Thank you.